Hi everyone. I never know which side to look at. Anyway, it's Tara Dara, or Tara Rex here. And today I'm going to be painting this planter. So underneath you can see through it like a peekaboo, I've got a transfer on here that's redesigned with Prima transfer. And over top of it I put a crusty kind of crust, paste, if you will. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some Dixie Belle paint and paint it all one color and then dry it. Actually, hang on. I'm going to actually put this on first. It's a WoodUbend molding. And I'm going to teach you how to use these. They're so easy, and I'm going to be able to bend it so that it goes to the shape of this planter using a heat gun. And so all this stuff that I'm talking about right now you can get from your local Dixie Belle retailer, or you can use that link that's up there or down, I don't know where it is, but anyway, I put a link in the intro to this video, and that's where you can get all these products that I'm talking about right now, except for the crust. You can't get that there. I use the different companies' crust. But anyways, so what I want to do is I want to have this peekaboo transfer kind of peeking through on that side. So if I want to take a picture, I'm going to use this as a staging piece. So if I want to take a picture with this side on it, you know, or and then I'm going to put this WoodUbend molding on the other side. Does it fit that way? Oh, it fits this way too. Huh. So it's supposed to go this way, but I kind of, what do you guys think? This way or this way? So horizontal or vertical? Please let me know in the comments what you think I should do. So anyway, so I wanted it to kind of be two-sided, and so so I had more options as far as what kind of what look I will have for my staging photos. So like I said, please leave a comment real quick, because I'm gonna heat this up and I'm going to mold it to this planter. Horizontal, vertical. Hi Sonia. So which way do you think? Should I do it this way or this way? Let me know. Or I'm just gonna do it. Oh, I know, threatening. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug in my heat gun somewhere, and I'm going to heat that sucker up and mold it to the planter. Hang on. There we go. Horizontal. Okay, I will do it horizontal. Thank you. So I've got my heat gun and my wood molding. So it's going to be loud for a second. Hi Huey. So I don't want to burn myself, but so you got to be careful. I'd love to keep watching. Okay, sorry. That's okay. You can watch the replay later. Okay, so this is softening up. So it doesn't take very long to heat up. So now all I'm going to do is, see, it molds right to, right to the piece that you're going to apply it to. make sure. So I'm not sticking it to it. I'm just molding it. I'm near horizontal now. Very good. I'm not talking about you, Lan. I'm talking about this. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna hold it here for a second. I think that's probably good. And then I'm gonna glue it just using some wood glue. And so yeah, see how cool that is? Or how cool is that? I love these moldings. Oh my gosh, you can bend them and mold them to anything using a heat gun. And if they break, you can heat it up and just stick it back together, which is awesome. So these pieces are phenomenal. So again, I've got this on one side and I'm going to do this on the other side so I can have two sides to choose from for when I'm doing my staging photos. So I've got some glue and I'm just going to put some on here and move it around. I think that's enough. So I'm just spreading this. Hi, Pamela. Thank you. So I was gonna do this outside because it's such a beautiful day today here in Denver, but I succumbed to my studio because then I would have had to bring everything up, which is fine, but it was just kind of one of those on a whim kind of things. It's kind of how my day goes. Like, what do I feel like working on? Basically. All right, so I've got my glue and it's halfway. I'm just gonna hold it there. I might just tape it actually. Actually, I could have hot glued it and then it would have been faster. Maybe. Maybe I will hot glue it. Because it's going to take forever. What should I do? What should I do? Well, I could tape, yeah. I'll tape it and then I'll work on the other side. And I don't know if that wood glue is actually going to take, but, oh, see, it fell off. I wonder if I do hot glue it. Let me try that. Let me plug it in. Okay. So we'll just wait for that to heat up and then I'll apply this to there and hopefully it'll stick faster. And I'm just going to take this glue off. And then I can always reheat it if it starts to fall, like flatten. So there. All right. So I'm going to paint. So I love purple. So I was going to just paint it purple and then use the waxes, but I was also thinking of doing it like a brown and then doing the waxes. So many choices, lots of colors. I don't know. What do you think I should do? Because then there's also these metallics, these Moonshine Metallics by Dixie Belle. Look how fun that is. So that's, what's this? I can't read upside down or through the paint. I don't know, it's pink. Hi Lisa. And then this is steel magnolia, which is kind of cool too. But then again, I want to put the waxes over top of it. I don't know. Maybe I'll start with the steel magnolia and go from there. So I just picked this thing up at Goodwill. And the pot was ugly. And so probably about like 6 months ago, I did this paste stuff on it, and I just haven't gotten back to it. So today's the day, babe. All right. Let's see, is this hot yet? I'm just gonna hit this with a heat gun. Dry it. Ooh. Okay. Dewey's at my feet here. All right, so I'm gonna hot glue this. Oh, kind of sticky actually. Oh, it's not hot yet. Is it even on? It's on, but it's not very hot yet. All right. Well, we'll just start painting the other side. Put that on. There we go. And who's on? So we have a gal on from the UK that's watching. She was my childhood friend from when I was young. And I don't think I saw her since I was 12, maybe 10, and she was 12. And then in March of this past year, we got to reunite with each other in London, which was phenomenal. It was awesome. And yeah, we reconnected, which was really, really cool. But that's the power of Facebook, right? All right, so I've got my Steel Magnolia Moonshine Metallics by Dixie Belle, and I'm going to just start painting this, and I'm going to make sure that I don't go onto my transfer the best that I can. So this will probably be a multi-level layer paint job because I want it to be really layered and textured and lots of interest. So, but I think this will be a nice base for it. So this color really blends into the base coat that's on there, but that's okay. I'm just going to try and cover up the white as best as I can. And then maybe I'll go over it with purple, the aubergine purple that I love so much from Dixie Belle. And like I said, you can get these colors from your local paint retailer if you have one close to you, or you can get them delivered to your door using that link that I posted, which is kind of fun. Yeah. It can be fun getting mail these days. All right. So if you know me, I love metallics, and everything's better with bling and, well, shiny, I guess. Not so much bling, but shiny is pretty fun. Okay. I'm just going to paint over this because it's kind of, it's dryish. So what do you, oh, hey babe. Who else is on? Cheryl, Cece, and Marshall. Hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, I've been hitting the live button a lot more often than not lately, because I just seem to be like doing all these smaller projects that can warrant, you know, an hour or so. And yeah, so I figure why not just share it with y'all, because I'm doing it anyway, and you know. Okay. So I'm almost done this, and then I'm going to hit it with the heat gun just to speed up the drying process so that I can glue that molding onto here. Okay, so it's going to get loud for just a second, okay? Okay. Now, I'm just going to make sure that this is... So I'm going to hit it again with the heat. You were talking to me, right? Yeah, the Huey's here. Yeah, Marshall, she's definitely talking to you, my love. But yeah, Huey's over there. He's camping out. You probably can't see him right now, but... Oh, did I blow? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. It's starting to like stick with the heated glue that I put on because it was bubbling. Oh, that's kind of crooked. Oh, maybe not. All right. Okay, so I got my hot glue gun and I glued it, and I'm gonna make sure to really press on the ends there just so that it stays and it molds to the pot and it doesn't lift on the on the ends there. I'm just gonna hold it for a minute, and then I'm going to paint it the same metallic moonshine there, the steel magnolia. Magnolias are my favorite flower, just in case you were wondering. Okay. So you could paint these molds first if that's something that you want to do, but when you're applying the heat gun to it, you will want to make sure that you know, you don't boil the paint off the mold, so you might want to just hit the glue or hit the mold on the back side. For smaller stuff like this, like these, you'll want to hit it with the glue gun first, definitely, and then you'll want to paint it. You don't want to paint it prior to, obviously, because, yeah. All right, so we're good to go. This is sticking nicely. So I'm just gonna paint it real fast. Ooh, this is gonna be really, really fun with the waxes. So I'm just, sorry, I'm trying to, I hope you can see. There. Can you see that better? There we go. So I'm making sure to get into the little nooks and crannies. I'm using a chip brush that I don't really, you know, chip brushes, they can get in there really good, and I don't really care about, you know, if they get all kind of gross, because they're not that expensive. So making sure to get in underneath. And almost done. There we go. So everything's painted. See? That's going to look really cool, I think, when it's all done. Well, that's my prediction. And I'm just touching up the top of this pot because you can see the yellow that the pot once was through it, and I'm getting all the moss on it. All right. He's licking his paw. Okay. There we go. Where's my lid? There it is. Okay, so that layer is done. So I use the Still Magnolia. I should put those googly eyes. Where are they? They're down here somewhere still. Here they are. Here's one. Oh, I see you. Look at me into my eyes. All right. What should I do now? I'm thinking, let's just get right into the waxes, because there's so many different colors of waxes. So this is Amber Lights. It's like a goldy color, which is kind of cool. And I've got the pink Milky Way Iridescent. So I'll probably leave that until later because it's a it's white. It's just the iridescence, so you can't really see it. Shiny Star, I really love this color. It's like silvery. So I wonder, I don't know how much of a what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about. How much of a, shoot, I can't think of my words today. How opposite is, God, I can't think. Anyway, this is another gold. This is Dixie Belle Warm Gold. But I'm going to get the color. I've got purple, which is, I love. It's Art Alchemy, and you can get this from Redesign with Prima. And it's the purple. It's like, I need to get some more. I kind of like it a lot. I like it a lot. And then I've got the Meteor Showers, which is like a copper. So I think I may just stay with that for now. I've got a gray too. Well, hang on a second. This is a darker gray. This is the Vega. And you can get that on that link. This is the one I really like. The Diamond Dust. That's the one I freaking love. But this is nicer on darker colors, I think. So, hitting it. Alright. See that already? Oh, sorry, I was holding it too high. So, I'm going to throw some darker silver on there and see what goes on. So it just adds more of a darker gray, if you can see. So I'm just gonna like put them in random areas, but I'm going to be going vertically with my strokes. So already from that, just from that gray, which is the Vega gray. It's a dark gray. Oh, I'm gonna throw some gold in here and see. See. And I'm kind of being bad because I'm not cleaning my brush before I go dig into the other. Can you see that? Where the gold is? So this is gonna definitely be a shiny kind of pot. I gotta get my copper. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. Ah! Where's my copper? Well, maybe, Vintage gold. This is a vintage gold. It's a little bit more goldy. Let's see. And of course, you know, using a brush and using your finger will definitely give different effects and different looks to your piece. This is still wet. I'm gonna just hit this with a heat gun to dry the paint. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do these flowers purple. So I got purple on my finger and I'm just hitting the flowers with my purple finger. You see that? It's subtle, but it's there. It's pretty. And then if I wanted to get it deeper into the grooves there, I could use like a brush and get in there. There. Oh, Yui. And, you know, like the paint is a little bit wet still, even though I hit it with a glue gun. Okay, so there's that. There's the purple. Hi, Deanna. Now I'm going to go with the copper and see, like, I hit it with the copper here with the brush, and it's not really showing up as on camera as well It's just really blendy, which is fine if that's the look you're going for. I like, I mean, if I'm going to put it on there, I want people to say, oh, look at that. That's bronze or copper or whatever, you know. So you get more of a stronger pigment, if you will, with your, if you apply it with your finger. So I'm doing that. And again, like, it's kind of hard to see on the camera. Like I see it quite brilliantly in front of me, but not as much on the camera. You see that? Show you. You can see that there. How it's quite brilliant, that copper. Hi Beth, how's your store going? One of our Inspired Maker Society members opened a store yesterday. So I'm so excited for her. Up in Wyoming. So if you're up in Wyoming, Weathered Beth, you're gonna have to help me out. I think it's Weathered Whimsical, and are you in Cheyenne, or I think Douglas? Okay. So I'm just going around the top with this copper because that's where the rest of it is, and I kind of want to keep it up there. So on this side, I've got a transfer that's kind of peeking through all the texture here. Which is kind of fun. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Huey, what are you eating? Huey! I think he's eating a string. What a meathead. Huey. It'll come out, I'm sure. Thank you, Cece, my love. Oh, Huey. All right, so now I'm gonna go down. Oh, I brought some blue over too. There it is. I'm gonna put this down. So this is Gravity, and you can get it. See, it's quite a brilliant blue. So I'm gonna hit these with the blue, maybe. You see that? It's kind of hard. I'm so sorry. It's hard to see. Just kind of hitting those high points of this mold. And then I'll probably get in here once the paint dries a little bit more with the copper to add a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm just gonna rub this. And again, you can use a brush. The brush I find is very, it kind of, That is always happening to me. I was gonna glue it and I forgot. But the brush kind of softens everything, which is totally fine. If that's the look you're going for. But I kind of, well, maybe I'll just stay with that for the blue, like underneath the lip there. See? Look at that. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. So I was so lucky. My husband took the afternoon off work and he went and got the kids from school, so I didn't have to, which was kind of a nice little break. Didn't have to like stop what I was doing. I could continue prepping to do this, and yeah, it was just nice. It was perfect. Quite happy. I love it when he's home. All right, so I got the blue all the way around, and there's that peekaboo transfer there. And so now I am going to wipe my brush off because I want to dip it into a lighter color. And so you just rub it off. Rub, rub, rub. All right. I think I'm going to go with gold. Do the vintage gold. And I'm just going to go up. Woof. Can you see that action? Not very well. So I've got bronze, gold, blue, and purple going on this piece. And I'm going to use it as a staging piece, so I can use either this side or I can use this side. And yeah, it'll be kind of neat. 2 for 1, baby. And I bought this at Goodwill for like probably $2 or whatever. And so and it had a yellow pot, meh. So I added some crust to it and a transfer, and now that mold on the back side and some waxes. There's that. I base coated it with the Moonshine Steel Magnolia, which is by Dixie Belle. Okay. So it's kind of blending, and which is great for this part of the pot. Let's see here. Okay. There's that. It's got 3 different colors. And I think I'm gonna, like looking at this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna put some more bronze with my finger to really get it in there. So I'm watching a recording of, well, it was The Voice, and now it's gonna go off. So I met Chris, so This Is Us is coming on the recording here, and before This Is Us came on, I was at the Oscars and I saw Chrissy Metz, and you know, I was looking somewhere and I looked over and she was right beside me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're beautiful. I mean, her skin is like flawless. She's got beautiful eyes, and I said, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And so anyway, so we started talking, and the pilot of This Is Us was coming on, and I said, well, you know, good luck to you and congratulations on the show. And you know, her response was, she's like, well, we'll see how it goes. Man, she didn't even, she had no idea what was in front of her. I mean, good grief. What a pilot to be a part of, and what a show to be a part of, because it has gone far. But I'll never forget that. Well, we'll see how it goes. So humble. She was very, 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 very humble. All right, so there's a little bit more of the copper on here, and the great thing is that it's hitting the high points of this pot, which is the crust that I added onto, and you can see in the low points where I had painted the metallic moonshine paint, the steel magnolia, so you can still see it kind of popping through, and so it's not totally gone. Hi, Huey. Hello, Huey. Are you trying to tell me it's dinner time? This dog, he knows when it's time to eat, man. Yeah, where's my food? Where's my food, Mom? Hang on, Huey. I'm just gonna finish this and then I'll get your food. Don't you worry. Oh. Okay, settle down. Stop. Oh, you mean dog. Stop. All right. Huey. Shh. Stop. All right, so there we go. So what did that take me? 30 minutes maybe? So I've got the transfer underneath here. I used the moonshine steel magnolia paint from Dixie Belle. I added the crust first, and then I painted it with the steel magnolia, and then I also added this molding from WoodUbend moldings, and if you look in, if you just came on, you could see how I applied this and how I molded it to the shape of this pot. And then I went ahead and I used some waxes to give it some color. So you can get all these products at your local retailer or with that link that I supplied in the intro there, and it'll be delivered right to your door, which is kind of awesome. I used the word fun earlier, and I guess it can be fun to get mail, get a package. So anyways, and then I used the copper. I used the meteor shower for the copper, and I used the blue, which is gravity, which is right here, and I used the gold. I used I used amber lights, and then I also used this, it's vintage gold, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it really matters what gold you use. And then I used purple from Art Alchemy on the flowers there. So there, I've got two sides of the pot that I could use as a staging piece. And it cost me $2 originally from Goodwill. So there's all kinds of finds that you can find at Goodwill that can dress up your area, or for not so much money. If you're on a budget, it's a place to go. All right, I'm going to go feed my dog so he doesn't try and eat my arm. Feed the Huey. Where is he? He's like, I'm going. It's dinner time. I'm going to my food bowl. I hope you all have a great Thursday evening, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.